Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your continued support. I hope and pray that this video finds you well wherever you're watching us from. Ladies and gentlemen, the popular musician Samidoh is not only a celebrity. The Mugithi musician is also a civil servant employed by the National Police Service. Now, with those two careers, Samidoh has found himself in dilemma. You must have realized that of late, whenever you visit an entertainment joint, any music club, or any sports arena, fans will always demand for a song that has become popular. They will always chant Ruto must go or ONETAM. Now, ONETAM has been associated with the rallying call that William Ruto must be defeated in 2027. With that, Samidoh has been forced to observe a very delicate balancing act between remaining faithful to his call as a police officer who should be loyal to the commander-in-chief and bowing down to the pressure of the fans that sometimes force him to say ONETAM because that has been the public demand. So recently, Samidoh was forced Now, when that clip went viral, the National Police Service, and I believe under the command of William Ruto, who is the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, did not take it down well, and they decided to review Samidoh's file. So the first thing they did was to transfer Samidoh from Nairobi to the bandit-infested area in Gilgil, something that very many people, including the media, felt that was a punishment and a warning to Samidoh to rethink of his stand in music. In other words, the National Police Service was giving Samidoh a chance to decide whether he wanted to invest so much in his music career or to remain as a faithful police service. Now, for those who know what is happening in the police service, when you are transferred from one place to another as a demotion or in those hardship places, your file is being reviewed. It is like you're on probation. But Samidoh seems to have remained defiant, and he has dared William Ruto that if you thought that by transferring me to a bandit-infested area, a hardship area, and you thought that this will make me change my position, then you are wrong. Because Samidoh was in London. And he knows very well that when he's on stage, people will demand for the ONETAM chant. And Samidoh bowed down. And he had to do this. Knowing very well that this was not going to resonate well with the police, the Kenya National Police Service, this is what he wrote. He said, "Thank you, London. Warming up for escape venue, Northampton. Tomorrow, Dunlin, Ireland. Get your dancing shoes ready." So, apart from performing the Ruto ONETAM, and he knows very well that this ruffles the Ruto administration, he's now telling them that I'm still going to perform which means we are, yet to see more. We are still going to see more of this Ruto one term. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that kind of obstinate attitude, where Samidoh seems to be telling the administration, if you like, you can sack me, I believe he's not going to survive this, because he has made it very clear indirectly that he's not going to bow down. In this video, I want to give you 3 reasons why I believe that Samidoh is not going to survive this. I believe that when he comes back, Samidoh is going to be relieved of his duties. I don't know what you think, but I want to give you these reasons. Do you believe he's going to survive it? Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Click the notification bell so that whenever we release a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Once again, thank you for choosing our show. Please like and share this video. Ladies and gentlemen, Samidoh is a police officer, a uniformed personnel. And you know that in the uniformed forces, they are supposed to be yes sir people. They are supposed to remain loyal to the commander-in-chief. In this sense is William Ruto at all times. They are not supposed to in any way promote any activity that could be seen as tantamount to sabotage to the commander-in-chief. So what Samidoh is doing is that his actions really are geared towards promoting something against the commander-in-chief. You all know that if there is something that causes William to sleepless night, is the idea of being a one-term president. That is something that you all know. So when Samidoh comes up and he bows down to the crowd when they demand for a one-term chant, then he has basically chosen his music career, because he had 2 options. You either remain faithful to the calling as a police officer, or you bow down to the pressure. So he has chosen, and he's telling William Ruto, if you like, you can sack me. And that's why I believe that when he comes back, because I know from tomorrow he's still going to perform in some other places, and the script will be the same, one term. So with that, he has dared the commander-in-chief. He has promoted sabotage. That is what they are going to say. Number 2, Samidoh is promoting Gachagwa's and the opposition slogan. The slogan, according to Gachagua and the opposition, is Ruto is a one-term president. And the manner in which Gachagua is putting it is even more provoking. So you can imagine Gachagua is saying Kasongo, Mwizi, Arap Mashamba, Muwaji, and he's saying one term. So a police officer is also doing the same, promoting the slogan of the opposition, meaning that he's like the ambassador of the one-term thing. And with this, they are not going to spare him. I believe that he has just lost his job. When he comes back, something tells me that Samidoh will be relieved of his duties, because it is like he has weighed which side of the bread is buttered better. And I believe the music is giving him, more popularity, fame, and he has invested so much, it gives him more money. Number 3, anytime you provoke William Ruto and you are from Mount Kenya, you have to suffer. Anyone who associated himself with William Ruto, especially the parliamentarians, those who refused to vote to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, were removed from the parliamentary committees. You remember the very prestigious committee, the Budget and Appropriation Committee, that was being chaired by the Kiheru Member of Parliament, Ndindi Nyoro. He was relieved, and in his place, he was replaced by Atandi, who is the Member of Parliament of Alego Songa, a man who is a very close ally of Raila Amolo Odinga. With that, William Ruto has a revenge mission against anyone who goes against him, especially you now associate with Rigathi Gachagua, and it even becomes worse if you are coming from Mount Kenya. And so the fact that Samidoh comes from Mount Kenya, and Samidoh, like the other time Rigathi has said that anyone who went to meet Kithure Kindiki, because there was a time, just a few days, they met Kithure Kindiki, and they were forced to apologize, Rigathi announced it, I can assure you that William Ruto is going to revenge. The National Police Service will relieve him. He will be sacked, if I'm not wrong. Now, if the National Police Service weighs and realizes that by sacking Samidoh, it is going to meet a backlash, they might tolerate him. But I fear for him because in Gilgil, you could even wake up to some news that he has been killed by bandits, the bandits in quotes, because now he has gone against the system. And when you go against the system, the EACC will be sent to you like they did with they did with Natembeya. The Subaru guys will be sent to you. So I fear for his life. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm reading too much, but I fear that they might do something to him. Now, what will be the repercussion of sacking Samidoh? It will widen the rift between William Ruto and Mount Kenya people. They will say, unaona, they have decided to sack one of us, and they will be crying to Douglas Kanja, because Douglas Kanja comes from that area, and they will be like, okay, you can't protect one of your own. It will be seen that William Ruto is intolerant to any dissenting views. But when you look at it, I feel that if Samidoh is going to be sacked, he will automatically and officially becomes the ambassador of one term. Anytime Rigathi and the group will be going for campaigns, I know he will be paid heavily. He will be leading the one-term choruses. He will be getting invitations to entertainment joints, and he will be singing the one-term as slogan that is sending William Ruto home if there is not going to be any miracle. But is Samidoh ready? I think he's ready, because once he was transferred to Gilgil, I think he must have known that this is somehow a red card, and they were reviewing his file. They were telling him, choose. And it is like he has chosen his music career over the police career. And with that, he's telling William Ruto, you can sack me if you want. I don't know what to think, ladies and gentlemen, but I've got a strong feeling that there is going to be a big rivalry between Samidoh and the Kenya Police Service, Samidoh and William Ruto, Samidoh and the praise and worship team in the broad-based government.